What's Gucci YouTube? It's your boy Black Shit 3. Long face, skinny body, and we back still black with some more fire boards, anime and manga content. Now, before we get in the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, smash the like button, share the video with your friends, and let's get to it. Let's hop into the discussion. Yes, sir, Ski.
9 mountains and 8 seas make one world. 1,000 worlds make 1 chiliocosm. 1 chiliocosm to the power of 3, and there's nothing I can't cut.
First things first, I want to apologize, bro, for my lapse in my upload schedule these last few days, bro. I've been dealing with some technical difficulties, but long story short, we back at it like some crack addicts. So let's get into the discussion, right? My guy, Code. Now that Naruto is officially out of the story, unless, I mean, honestly, we gotta wait until we see next chapter. If we don't see Naruto next chapter, then I could say, all right, maybe let's give it a few more chapters. Naruto probably is officially out of the story. But after that shit they pull with Boruto, you know, all cards are off the table. I don't know. We might see Naruto next chapter. We just might. With Naruto officially gone and the Hidden Leaf officially in disarray, this gives the perfect opportunity, the perfect window for Code to make his official move. Now, Code is already on the defensive and he's playing very cautious, right? Because he has over 1,000 of these so-called claw grind 10-tailed soldiers that he's calling them. And then he has even more that he stored away. Now, in a sense of why would he separate that whole order of the pecking order of how he's created these monsters, meaning why did he have certain ones stored away? Does it deal with maybe those are stronger, those are just like backups for the backups, and just like the pop up and give you like the element of surprise? There's so many things you can guess with that, but the fact remains, Code has over 1,000 of these soldiers, and then he has more stored away, and he's still making more. So it's like Code is really trying to make sure like it doesn't even matter if you can see everything I'm doing. I'm gonna be so prepared to the point where you can see everything I'm doing, but there's gonna be nothing you can do about it regardless. So I feel like Code is building up his strength, building up his influence to get to that level, because at this current point in time, his goal to get that chakra fruit is looking very slim. I ain't gonna lie, it's looking as possible as my guy Kiba becoming the next Hokage, because that shit is not gonna happen when you got figures like Damon running around that can easily wipe this man now, and people like Code and Boruto who aren't on his level yet but are constantly getting stronger, knowing that his plan solely relies on one of them needing to be fed to the motherfucking 10-tail. So there's a whole lot on Code's plate, and as far as these soldiers go, there's a lot of interesting aspects he can, you know, do with them in terms of, you know, how effective would they be in battle? Not just how effective will they be, what will be their main purpose? Because we know at the end of the day, these soldiers essentially needs to eat either a Boruto or Kawaki, and ultimately a divine tree will be cultivated by consuming that full Otsutsuki body. So maybe he might pinpoint one of the two, sending this whole entire massive army, probably just directing its main force, main power to, you know, target either Boruto or target Kawaki. Necessarily, he wants to destroy the Hidden Leaf. He wants to wage war on the Hidden Leaf village with these things, so he can also use that as a way to figure out to get Boruto or Kawaki inside of a corner and use the ones that are stored away, because it makes no sense. Why would he have over 1,000 of these things and still store some away? At the end of the day, he's still being watched, you feel me? So it's not like his moves are being hidden. It's not like he's, you feel me, have any type of upper hand on Boruto or the game, because Ada can relay all of this information to the Hidden Leaf village. But it makes sense to have certain things stored away, because it gives them sense where, okay, the Hidden Leaf is kind of occupied with these 1,000+ soldiers. Not only that, they're 10-tailed claw grind soldiers mixed in with Code's chakra. On top of that, he's unlimited, so it has the unlimited Code chakra that's mixed in with it. So the village is going to be very preoccupied with that, especially on the case of its numbers. We saw Shikamaru's face when he just heard this shit from Ada. So in a sense of Boruto and Kawaki, essentially, especially those two, once things like of this nature become more evident, become more prevalent, like this is actually occurring right now, they're gonna be one of the main ones. You saw what happened last time when things went down. They're gonna be one of the main ones looking for Code, seeking out Code. So Code is sending his full force, or essentially what most people would think, except for Ada, you know, against the Hidden Leaf village of these 1,000 claw grind soldiers, and then having the ones stored away have some type of element of surprise specifically on just Boruto or Kawaki, in a sense of probably being tasked with, you know, waiting for the right opportunity and grabbing them, pulling them through a certain dimension, or just grabbing them and pulling them, allowing Code to have his one-on-one time with them and then handle the situation that way. However, Code's next move is going to be very crucial to the story. I wanted to say this because I think the story is reaching a point where Code's story is reaching a build-up, and his climactic moment is going to be right at the end of part 1, meaning he's not going to have no attacks or any moves made on the Hidden Leaf throughout these events that are going down right now, because there's so much shit in disarray. The Hidden Leaf's village leader is gone. Even though this would be the perfect opportunity for Code to make his attack, he has no idea of finding out this information now that he is no longer in cahoots with Ada. So I feel like Code is going to play it safe, probably make up to 2,000, maybe even more of these soldiers, and then finally by the end of part 1, we're going to see a major cliffhanger where Code is finally standing up like, all right, let's head to the Hidden Leaf and fuck these niggas up. Or maybe he might even make his move somewhere else in a separate dimension and probably starts with plan B of his ultimate grand scheme in order to become a whole new Otsutsuki, because we know right now Code is just building his army, he's just building his numbers, he's just building his power, his force, in order to have backup, in order just to say like, all right, I ain't by myself regardless of how strong I am. You seen what happened last time I tried to make a move, niggas got folded like an omelet. So now he's gonna play it safe and get the numbers on his side as well as strength. The strength in numbers, and the numbers got strength. So Code is really out here trying to play the whole damn thing. Right now, by the end of part 1 Boruto, I feel like this whole situation with Kawaki sending Naruto away is gonna be too heavy of a focus, and they only can do 2 things with it in terms of Code character and how he proceeds to go forward, because he has no idea of the events of that's going down. Last time Code was able to get word from Ada and understanding, oh, Kawaki just left the village, bet I can make my move right now. Code has nothing like that right now. Right now he just has to play it safe as possible, and we see where him and Bug are just constantly there watching these Kagami soldiers be made over and over and over and over again, being molded out of the chakra of the Ten Tails and out of the chakra that Code is also embedding into this creation. Code is going to have to reach a point to where, okay, now I'm going to have to launch a full-scale assault, not just on the Hidden Leaf, probably on the entire ninja world, just to throw everybody in disarray. Because Kawaki's actions right now gives Code the perfect opportunity, but it's so unfair to Code because Code has no way of knowing that this would be the perfect opportunity and lead into a crazy 3-way deadly battle, because at the end of the day, Kawaki is going to want to have smoke with Code, but that's not going to erase the smoke that he has with this guy Boruto, essentially with this guy Momoshiki, who is having some type of deeper plan or deeper meaning with Boruto's body ultimately in the near future. So Kawaki's whole actions of sending away Naruto works in Code's favor, but also works against him because he's going to be in the middle of some chaotic shit. So now, without Code even knowing, right now he can just sit back and just let the whole village destroy itself, meaning Kawaki is gonna kind of do the dirty work for Code up until the point where finally where he gets to the comfortable enough to make his major move, or comfortable enough to finally make a scout or send out one of the claw grimes on recon. We could also have that happen, right? And Code can finally understand, well, this nigga Kawaki officially broke off from the Hidden Leaf. This would be my perfect time to attack the Hidden Leaf. Maybe I can get my hands on Boruto. At the end of the day, he doesn't want to feed Kawaki to the Ten Tails. He wants to simply just kill that nigga. If he has to resort to feeding Kawaki to the Ten Tails, I don't believe Code will take away that opportunity, even though that would be like a last resort type of thing. Naruto being sent away is something that's going to throw Code extremely off, because that's one of the major names on his hit list. So now Code is going to look at Kawaki like, all right, I'm going to have to actually like really annihilate this nigga, because not only is he taking everything that I want, he's taking everything that I'm supposed to be doing from me. Code is that emotional. So I really see this man making one of 2 moves. A, popping up right now in the middle of this chaotic event, so probably somewhere in the middle of Boruto's flash forward scene where the whole village is searching for Kawaki, and then randomly you just see mad of these Ten Tails soldiers just popping up around the village out of nowhere through some hidden claw marks that Code probably has on the outskirts parts of the village, because we understand Kawaki was able to shrink all of the claw marks that are within the village and around the borders and things that Shikamaru was able to pinpoint and direct Kawaki towards, but possibly some that are hidden. You know, these claw guard soldiers can't travel through the claw marks as freely as Code can be. They basically have those same abilities that Code has. So randomly popping up and then just throwing things even to greater disarray. I can see that happening, but I could also see, you know, after all of this shit dies down, whether Kawaki confronts Boruto next chapter or not, honestly, Boruto and Kawaki's confrontation is going to have to be the main climactic moment by the end of part 1 Boruto. So most likely this whole little flash forward scene we've seen in Boruto's little vision that he saw for the near future that is likely occurring within these next few chapters, right? After those events occur, after everything happens in that nature, Code will essentially be ready to take the next steps or to take take the next proceedings into his plan. So maybe even making his move by the end of part 1, like I said, leaving it into a cliffhanger. The only thing that could contradict that is, well, if that's going to be the case, we know part 1 is going to have to end on a climactic moment ultimately to lead into a time skip. So what will force Cole to be waiting for years upon years in order to make his next step, or in order to make his next move, other than him taking another L again before part 1? So which is why I can't see not only Cole losing again before part 1, because they have big plans for this guy, but Cole making his move essentially right away, unless he just wants to be in the middle of some chaotic and hectic shit. So Cole waiting until the end of part 1, probably building his army even up, because at this point I didn't even think he was gonna have 100 of these. They said 1,000, so now like maybe even 5,000 of them before he even starts to like consider looking or even saying Kawaki's name again. But it's going to be real interesting to see where this man Cole decides to take his next move, decides to make his next move, especially the fact that, bro, we got the motherfucking anime coming. The anime Code arc is officially gonna be here. We got one more Boruto episode left as per the recording of this video until Code arc officially begins in anime. So it's just cold world right now, you feel me? No blanket. Until my next video, holla at your boy. I'ma holla at y'all. Let me know how y'all feel about Code and his 10-tailed soldiers. Honestly, these Klogons, do y'all think he will be making a move in the middle of all of this shit that's going down in a Hidden village, or do y'all think Cole will wait until the end of part 1 and ultimately build up his strength and his army even much more greater than he already has done so? Let me know in the comment section below. And until my next video, holla at your boy. I'ma holla at y'all. Black chat out. Yes, sir. Hey,
can we take a trip to the sky? Show them that our limit's too high. Cocoa butter hips on the west side. She said